distinguished guests here amongst us on this needs assessment workshop. And this is a very special scheme of the Ministry of MSME, the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise, and the NID, who is the partnering institution. And Arch Academy of Design has been nominated as a nodal agency for distributing this scheme among the beneficiaries. And because we know that the jewelry industry here in Jaipur has got a very special name in the world. And this is a place where we have the craftsmen, we have the exporters, we have the designers, we have people who are spread across the entire stream. And we also have very special people here amongst us like Rajesh Jain, who have been working on the value chain in terms of looking how they could actually make a difference in terms of enhancing the productivity and protecting the interest of the end user and the customer and the artisan and also the designer and also the jewelry fraternity. We have here with us Mr. Manoj Goyal, who is the chief guest today, and he is the president of TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur by heart, he started Supportscape, an IT firm. And it was one of its kind, a call center. And I know him personally, and I would say that he is the Steve Jobs of Rajasthan. So that needs a big clap for the gentleman. He runs one of the most eminent jewelry export firms here, exporting to all the big brands in the US and the UK and Europe. And he was just sharing that I had been on the International Women Leaders Mentoring Program to the US. And my mentor was Andrea Jung of Avon. So they also supplied jewelry to Avon. So that was quite a thrill for me as well. Welcome, Manoj, to our campus. We have Mr. Abhishek Raniwala, a young, budding entrepreneur. And though he's got a legacy in terms of jewelry, but what he is doing in terms of innovation and in terms of design is something that's really commendable. And they really mass-produce the Kundan Meena jewelry, the concept to the world. They export largely to the Middle East and all the European countries and the US, where they've taken the art and craft of Rajasthan and have showcased it to the world. Welcome, Abhishek, on the campus. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. Today we have a very special guest, Jacqueline Farrell, who is the head of school of the department and the head of the Department of the Fashion, Textiles and Jewelry. She's got a big portfolio. And I was there in her college in Cardinal at Glasgow. I was there for a week and we were looking at collaborative work, looking at common briefs where students from UK and India could work together. So they have an amazing department of fashion, textiles and jewelry, and their jewelry is very different from ours. We see a lot of nature working here, and when you see jewelry there, it's, you know, when you call it art jewelry or whatever, but you know, you can see something really very distinctive, you know, which probably I think, you know, I mean, it's really nice to have this kind of an interaction where there can be a perfect blend of the two. So I'm really happy that you are here with us, Jacqueline, at this point of time when we have such a special seminar taking place, and you will be contributing today in terms of what the jewelry trends are going to be in the UK, and probably even looking at the world. Thank you so much for being here with us. Rajesh Jain, as I've already told you, is the head of the Access Marketing and Development Services here. And they are international, they are part of an international NGO and who take international funds and contribute for a specific cause in the development sector. And they are at the moment they are working for the Melinda Bill Gates Foundation project, and they're looking at how they could really provide value to the value chain of the jewelry industry. So I welcome you, Rajesh ji, and he's been always a well-wisher of Arch and has served in the craft sector and has been the secretary with the IICD, the Indian Institute of Craft and Design, and has also worked with various departments of the government like the RUDA and the UNDP. I welcome you, Rajesh. Vijit is a young dynamic member here in the team of Rajesh ji with the Access department, and he has been able to facilitate the entire lead assessment workshop of ours. He has been able to connect us with the right craftsmen who are here amongst us today, and we have been able to actually look at what are their demands and the needs, And Indrajit, as a consultant on behalf of NID, has given valuable inputs along with our team members, Mr. Gopinath from Jet Technocrat, and they worked almost for 6 months looking at what are the needs of their units and how design in the process could actually help them in coming up with something really new in terms of enhancing their productivity, looking at a new product range, looking at marketing inputs. So this is the kind of work which Indrajit has done. So probably Indrajit will give you more details about it in the next session. And it's all the initiative of Indrajit and his department which has helped materialize this workshop today. So thank you so much, Indrajit. We have two very special people here with us because without mentoring, nothing can happen. So when I look at myself, I have had mentors in my past and probably I have them today also. So today is a very special day when we're going to be having very special mentors like Sampath Seth Sahab, who's a very active Rotarian too, and he's the senior manager, he's the manager of North Zone Cascade Stars International, and they actually manufacture jewelry manufacturing machines for the industry. They provide machinery for the industry. So he's there. Then we have a very young, new, dynamic designer, Abhishek Sant, who's just got numerous awards with the IIJJ and the Jazz and all these different competitions. As a young entrepreneur, he's really enthusiastic in terms of contributing. So they have very readily agreed that they could come and actually mentor the 5 beneficiaries of this entire workshop. So then, this is the series of events that we have. We will be actually beginning with a session on trends and talking about manufacturing and things. But later on, we will take it to a workshop level where they would be actually interacting with these craftsmen. We have Anita Dhingra, Sonal Sawant Sukha, and Gopi Chandji who are soon to join us for the next session. And I welcome you all today on this very, very special occasion. Thank you so much. Just a little brief on how Arch actually started and how the jewelry industry has actually contributed in having Arch come from a 2-room setup to this place. Fortunately, I was the first person to identify the need of the city in terms of design. In the year 1997, I started a 3-month course with another institution where I was also heading as a director, and I could actually not find any inputs because everybody was doing gemstones and they were doing trading. And I realized because the raw material was available here, and I said, why not design? So I did my course in fashion studies and I understood clothes. But I said, if you don't have accessories, your clothes are just incomplete. So I said, I could connect with jewelry and accessories in the same manner I could connect with fashion, with clothes. So I thought, why not put my same ideas in terms of, ideas and creation and start looking at a jewelry design course. So I got some inputs from Mumbai. There was this lady Geta Kapil who was doing in Mumbai long back, So I got these Gasmin templates and things and I got somebody here who had probably done some course in Bangkok and Mumbai and was probably teaching at home. So I got her into an organized structure and I had 12 students registered for my first course, which was the best lot, including Yogesh Agroya and Pooja Lodha and all these people. And then came up the JPDC, the Jewelry Product Development Center, which is run by the Jewelers Association. And we got a very good response and the Jewelers community took it very well. And from a 3-month course, it became a 6-month course, and a 1-year course, and a 2-year course, a 3-year course. And we were the first to introduce a 3-year degree course in jewelry design in the year 2004. And we started getting students from all over India. I remember my first batch in 2004 was a batch of 30 students in a 3-year degree course in jewelry design. So this was a huge success point for me. And year after year, we started winning awards with the Jewelry Product Development Center, the competition. The very first year, we won 3 awards out of 6. The second year, we won again 2 out of 4. Then again the third year, the fourth year. And then success was something that caught on. So people started associating with me more with the jewelry and then the fashion industry. So, Arch was probably known as a jewelry industry, a jewelry institution. So that's how we actually grew. And we have been constantly getting inputs from people like Manoj, Abhishek, and there was a gentleman, Abhay Goda, who had started his entire venture, and my students were working for him, and every girl went into a part-time course was earning 10,000. So I could actually feel there was a huge demand in terms of designers. People probably had catalogs which they picked up probably an element from that design and picked up something from there and actually made a design. And there was a huge potential. So I today still see that there's a huge potential in terms of what the jewelry industry is. And we've seen that the the gem processing industry has actually gone for a toss. The whole market has actually shifted to Bangkok, and which has been quite a threat for the jewelry industry here. And it still poses a big threat because there's a huge responsibility in terms of how the jewelers communities will perceive this and how they will really take this forward. And though we have these eminent, because I still remember when we started the sensitizing seminar last year, and we had Rajiv Jain, who is now representing the chairman of GJEPC, here shared his views, how every institution or every jeweler is in the community or in the Jaipur circuit is actually contributing to this business, and how each one of us actually needs to think beyond just our own entities and probably look at the larger growth of the industry. So that's the challenge that probably the jewelry industry at the moment is facing. So I feel, as an institution, we feel that if education does not contribute to industry, it is not education then. So our whole objective is to get connected with the industry and probably work for that cause. So here we try putting up all the facilities, right from model making to hand casting to the wax cost processing and the jewel CAD and the computer-aided design that we teach. We look at the different world markets. We're also teaching different craft-based jewelry. We recently did a project with the Access Development Services in terms of lacquer jewelry, because there's a huge potential in this material. So there are various materials, including what Manu just pointed out. Leather is going to be the very thing. So people are looking at different materials which can be used and clubbed with metal or maybe other precious stones. So there's a huge possibility in terms of body adornment that Jaipur as a city can offer. And I think the young designers who here have come from all parts of the country and who come through an all India entrance examination and take admission at the academy are people who are really focused. Because I've also seen the trend of the students, Initially it was just the jeweler's family and their kids and their daughter-in-laws who came to me. In fact, I have to say almost like 50% of the jeweler's family's daughters or daughter-in-laws or their sons have come to me in the past 10 years. And have been through me. But now when I look at young people without any awareness of jewelry or a background, have opted for jewelry as a curriculum, I really see there's a huge potential because they're really focused and they really want to contribute. So this is one good thing that I see for the growth of this industry here. And the best thing is, even though they come from Delhi and Hyderabad, they're planning to stay back in Jaipur and contribute to the industry here. So the best, because jewelers here themselves know that most of our students are here based with the best jewelers and working towards this whole issue. So we are always there to cater to the industry, and we would always want your feedback in terms of improvising the course, looking at the new curricula, looking at new developments. Recently, last time when the sensitizing seminar was there, Vivek Karaji said, "हमको sales person चाहिए, jewelry में sales के लोग नहीं हैं, आप sales के लिए course चलाइए." I felt, yeah, that is also a very specific need, and this is one thing that one can really look at. So there's a huge potential. So thank you so much for being here and being such patient listeners to my entire decade story. Thank you so much, and I welcome you all here once again, especially my very dear students, our guests from the industry, the media persons here, our beneficiaries, our craftsmen who have come here. पूरा दिन निकाल करके यहाँ आना और कुछ लेके जाना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि अगर आप यहाँ